defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Looking to throw on third. Under fire. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Power ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's third and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass it?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. It took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Berger. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. A little screen to the running back. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That defender is a matchup. For any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Quarterback on the keeper. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Bruins are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. Defense swarming on that loose ball, but it'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Altmaier. Takes the easy completion. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. All right, guys, let's chat about Illinois. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Illini!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama has the light crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Using the quick game. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Got the quick pass. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
Looking to pass. It's all fire. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Clement. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Clement. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first down.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Altmaier. Complete to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turn.
Oh, a lot of space. And he was is loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
To the air, it's Altmaier. Oh, they're after him. Zings it complete to the right. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play on the field, but how about the strong by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive points.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they're showing up here on Monday.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Turning on the Jets. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Got his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throw for it. Moving out of the pocket. Across the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Houston went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Cougars always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. He's got him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Wants to pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. A quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. It's a seam wide open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bruins.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager.
It's a running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Running to the left. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down TFL, second down TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Arkin. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Swing cut. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Might be changing the route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Flores. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Wants to go up top on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Man, a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Bruins are threatening in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
From the gun. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they're getting nothing. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Flips it out on the screen. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clement. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
That outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. DB's right up on the receivers. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Illini. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.